Hello and welcome to another Let's Play by me, the Game Wolf 6 of Morinatu, the original Koya's Route. Before we start, if you're interested in playing this game, you can go down to the link in the description where you can download and play this game for free. And also, if there's any age content, we're going to be skipping over it, because YouTube. And with that, let's start. Alright, I'm heading out. It was morning. As I was tapping the tip of my shoes on the floor, I called out. In my hand was a lodging set. In other words, my entire luggage in a bag. Okay, that makes sense. Same from as it was a while ago. Starting from now, I'll be heading to Koya's place. Starting from today, I'll be starting as an assistant. I asked for this myself, but I'm feeling a bit nervous after all. Ever since I woke up, the inside of my mouth felt dry. Okay, be careful on your way over. Don't be too much of a bother to your host now. Grandma stuck her head out of the living room, where she tossed out that line. I've heard it countless times. I think I can remember this happening last time I went out. If I think about it like that, it's kind of funny. Yeah, I know. And sorry for having to come back so soon and making so much noise. Also, why did I come back? Didn't Koya say or ask if I wanted to stay before I left? Oh, it's okay. You look like you've been having fun lately, so that's enough. Go and make lots of nice memories. Okay, thanks. I'll be heading out. Okay, take care. Grandma's smiling face saw me out as I left the house. Now I'm going to be a bit busier. It's possible that I won't be coming back here until the day before I return to the city. I got a little lonely, thinking about it like that, and I felt kind of apologetic. It was like the sound of hollow wind blowing through my heart. But still, I was also looking forward to things. Everything starts after this. And my mind was full of curiosity. Because of that, the apologetic feeling was relatively faint. There's also what Grandma said. Go make lots of nice memories. In that case, I won't need to worry about things so much. Unconsciously, my feet stopped moving, and I looked back around. Grandpa's house looked somewhat far away. As I steadily looked at it, I screwed up my courage and muttered to myself. There are 3 more days before the contest, including today, meaning I have only 72 hours to help out. Alright, I'm heading off. Time is extremely limited, but I'll do it perfectly. When I arrived, Koya was already outside his run-down-looking apartment. He was crouching in front of his motorbike and fiddling with it for some reason. Good morning, Koya. Oh, morning. Koya greeted me with a smile and a small rise of his hand. He had his gloves on, so I figured Koya must be trying to fix the motorcycle. I wonder what happened. What's wrong? Did the bike get busted? Nah, I'm just doing a little tune-up. He'll be riding along in it after all. I thought it'd be a good thing to do. Oh, well thank you for your consideration. But I didn't know you could fix bikes. Kinda surprising. When you ride one, you can do more or less that, right? Almost done, so go put your stuff inside. Okay, where's the key? It's open. The spare key's on top of the table, so lock up when you come out. Don't you have any luggage, Koya? Like instruments or stuff? I know that Koya seemed to be empty-handed. I'm sure he had a guitar with him the other day, but is it okay for him to go without it? Not especially. It's pretty much all over there already. Since there's so many, I put one over there yesterday. I see. Alright, I'll put my stuff away for now. Sure. I picked up my bag and went to Koya's room. It hasn't even been 3 days since I've been here, but I feel like I'm already getting used to it. Like it's also my room. Maybe because I cleaned up last time? That's probably one factor. I'll just quietly leave that memory aside for now. Alright, looking for the pornos. I swept aside my idle thoughts, went in, and put my stuff in the corner. After that, I picked up a spare key from the table and turned on my heel to leave. I put my shoes on, then turned the doorknob, right before I crossed the boundary. So once again, I'm in your care. I bowed my head a little in this empty room. There was no reason. I just felt like it. I took the key with me as I went back to Koya, who, having finished his maintenance, was stowing the tools and gloves under the seat. Results all good? I tried asking. After shutting the seats with a snap, Koya replied back. Yeah, that's everything. It should run smoothly today, too. I see. That takes a load off my mind. Well, the bike's fine, but if I have an accident, that'd be the end of me. Don't say things like that. I mean, nothing like that would happen, would it? I wouldn't know. There are a lot of mysterious things that can happen in life. Why give me that side look? As he cracked that joke, Koya handed over a helmet to me. So, in that case, we should have good contingency plans. It's okay to leave it at that? Shut up. It's not like I'll be falling right from the start, so it's fine. Also, do like animal helmets in this universe have like holes for the ears, or do they have like those little pointy armor cover things for ears, kind of like that one character from the anime that I don't know. I don't know. Koya put on his own helmet. I moved to intimidate that and put on my own helmet, the way I was shown before. Is it on right? Yeah, I think it's fine. Alright then. After a quick final check, Koya got on the bike. You can get on now. Okay, excuse me. I took the cue to gingerly sat down in the back seat. I've done this so many times, my heart keeps pounding every time it happens. It's dangerous, so hold on tight, okay? Okay. Put my arms around his waist as he said so, then grabbed on. This also happened a lot, and it makes my heart pound even faster. I was a little worried that Koya might actually notice my increased heartbeats. Alright, let's go then. Put my words aside for the moment, as Koya finished up his preparations and started up the engine. And then the bike we were riding on raced through the peaceful countryside. Oh, he already has a whole bunch of guitars here. Anyways, whenever Koya and the band need a place to practice, they used a studio established in a certain instrument store. The studio was where Koya had a part-time job, and also the place where he parked his bike when we came to meet Kasuka-san. The interior and exterior both gave calming expression, and rather than seeming like a store, it feels kind of like a museum. The manager greeted us with his habitual welcome and an incline of his head. Then Koya brought me further inside. Oh, you're finally here, Dark. Just past the door leading to the studio, there were 3 people. Then when Kaisuke-san noticed me first, he immediately called out to me. Hey, I guess I'll be a burden here on out. Yep, I'm counting on it. Seriously counting on it. What? Kaisuke-san suddenly caught me in a headlock, where he proceeded to give me a noogie. What? Kasuka-san, stop! My head! What's that? Don't stop? What? What are you talking about? Yes, it's okay if you horse around, but you'd better do your work properly, you horse. While the 2 of us were making racket, a cold, admonishing, I don't know, voice suddenly rung out in the room. Kaisuke-san then let go of me. Surprised, Kaisuke-san looked up. The voice we heard had come from a canary bird man. Next to him stood a quiet tortoise-shell cat? We'll just call it tortoiseshell, because it looks like it. Don't know if that's how you spell tortoiseshell. Anyways, it's been a while, Dark-kun. Why you call me Kun? I hope you're doing well. Yeah, I'm fine, thanks. It's Great to see everyone else doing all right too. Nice meeting you too, Jun-kun. Yeah. Jun-kun gave a little nod of his head. He's as conservative with his word as ever. And you, Kaisuke. Dark-kun just started coming over to help, so couldn't you welcome him better? Oh, that's just like you, Yuki. You really are a high-level straight man all the time. Well, if it's like the rest of us, not particularly a straight man. I'm not your straight man. Stop pulling these antics and start working properly when it's time. Yuki-san pointed his index finger at Kaisuke-san as he scolded him. This little dynamic hasn't changed at all either. Yeah. Feels like a really late time to do it. But how about we introduce ourselves again? Now, since it's the second time, I'll be a bit more serious. First off is the tortoiseshell cat, Jun Nekonishi. He's the youngest of us, a first-year high schooler. He's in charge of the base. Don't know why I'm saying words weird. Dice. Anyways, and as you know, he's really quiet. Still, he's a seriously good guy. And now you say something, Jun. Looking forward to work with you. Next off, the one next to Jun is Yuki Tori. He's kind of a canary. His eyes are cute, so he might look young, but he's really 18, so he's older than you. He's in charge of the vocals. He can also play the keyboard, but rarely ever does. And that's about it. Your turn to say something, Yuki. You're an interesting one, that's for sure. Well, I look forward to working with you, Dark-kun. Call me Kun. And now, next is Koya. I don't think you need an intro, so we'll skip him. Honestly, you probably know him better than me. Maybe so. Anyway, I'll be counting on you. Right. And now for a word from me, Kaisuke Hiramana. I'm the leader in charge of the drums. Yeah, I'm the leader. Got it? You don't need to say it twice. No one doubts that. Really? Okay then. Anyway, it's cooler to be mysterious, so I'll leave the intro at that. And now, we'll need to introduce you to the band. Dark? Koya, I'll leave that to you. Me? Well, alright. Let's see. He's my childhood friend, Dark Wolf. He's visiting Minnesota on vacation, but he's specifically requested to help out here. There's been some changes here and there, but he's a good guy at heart, so I'm sure he'll work well with us. Alright, Dark. Your turn to say something. Koya urged me on with a light hand on my shoulder. After giving a slight nod, I looked steadily at everyone. I'm sorry for offering it so suddenly to become an assistant here. However, I want to help everyone, so I plan on doing my best. I think it will only be for a short time, but I look forward to working with you all. After I finished my short speech, everyone replied back with a same here. I started feeling a warmth in my chest. Now, everyone said their part. Oh yeah, since you're our temporary manager and official member of our band, here's one last thing. Dark? Kaisuke-san paused. I felt a bit of tension in the surrounding air, which made me reflexively straighten out my back. Everyone else also seemed to sense it, as their faces became a touch more serious than they were earlier. Kaisuke-san took a quick glance to the sides to check the others. After a cough to clear his throat, he turned to face me once more, and then his mouth opened up again. Welcome to Musicus. Musicus? Musicus. Let's call it that. The German word for instruments and musicians. Instrumentalists and musicians. That was the name of Koya's band. With 4 members, a horse, a dog, a cat, and a bird. They each resemble the four animals represented by the famous Grimm's fairy tale, the Bremen Town Musicians. I need to look at that. Those are the performers they had their eyes on. Or rather, with their combined wishes to be a group of musicians like them, that led their naming of the band like this. Still, in the fairy tale, they never actually made it to Bremen, and they didn't become an actual band either. So because of that, when it came time to pick up a name, we didn't go with Bremen Town Musicians. Also, I know that, I guess in the German fairy tale I'd have to assume that they would be anthropomorphic. I'm just trying to think of, four animals trying to do things like animals like a horse playing the drums, but, with one drumstick just beating on the drum. A wolf. What? Not wolf, sorry. That's racist. A husky doing guitar stuff, or, I don't know, putting his paw on a guitar. Anyways, this is Game Wolf 6. You know I get sidetracked. Anyways, in the original story, the four animals came across a hut in the forest being robbed by thieves, and after chasing them away, they lived in it. Was it like a shack that didn't have anything in it, or did they live with other people? And that's where it ended. At least, that's the explanation that I got when I asked. Huh. I see then. Well, that's about as much as we know. Let's start practice. Dark, your work for today will be to listen. To listen? Yeah. What Koya said to you, you never did much music, right? Yeah, the recorder's the last thing I've done. Oh, is that little, flute thing that you used to play hot crust buns on? I felt kind of awkward after saying that. It's nothing to get all ashamed about, but compared to these guys, I'm nothing. So, in that case, you're in a completely different world from us, which means that you can give an honest opinion on and stuff. Do you get it? Well, sort of. In other words, I can give the opinion of an ordinary person who'd come over to a music shop to buy a CD, or something like that. And evidently, that's my position. We can tell when we mess something up, so you don't have to point it out. Right now, what we want is an opinion of someone who hasn't heard us before. That's where you come in. You listen to our performance, and then honestly tell us what you think. Pretty much which parts were good, which parts weren't that exciting, and that sort of thing. Okay. I'll try my best. Since I wasn't very confident, I only slightly nodded my head. It probably showed up on my face too. It must have, as when Yuki-san looked at me, he said, "You don't need to stiffen up so much. Just relax and listen to us play." Jun-kun suddenly nodded his head in agreement with Yuki-san's comment. Jun-kun? That sounds familiar. Hey, wait. Cheering up the guy who came to help is kinda... Okay, thanks. I'll try my best to start with. I laughed a bit in response to help dispel the negative thoughts within me. Yeah, we're counting on you. Alright everyone, get ready. With one word from Kasuke-san, everyone picked up their instruments. Koya and Jun-kun tuned their strings, and Kasuke-san made minute... I'm a wolf, can't read. Minute adjustments to his drums. How would you do that? The air in the room grew thick with tension, and only the sounds of their instruments could be heard. It felt so electric in here. It's almost like the friendliness from earlier was the sham, and now everyone was the picturesque of seriousness. I even felt my own emotions change, sharpening up my expression. I could tell that much. Before long, all the preparations were finished, and everyone exchanged looks with a nod. That was the cue. Keisuke-san set up a rhythm, which Koya and Jun-kun picked up. each and every sound lined up, packing together to make up one song. The tune had a bit of upbeat tempo. Just listening to it made my heart dance, keeping time with the melody. A short moment later, the introduction, Yuki-san's clear voice added itself to the mix. That voice, combined together with the instruments, came together to form a deeper, more complete sound. I thought, this is absolutely amazing. I couldn't do anything but admire it. I was paying so much attention that I forgot I was supposed to do something else too. The moment the song was over, the room became silent again. At this point I stood up and applauded. You are all amazing. Really. I couldn't put it into any better words, so I just gave my honest feelings. That was the greatest praise I could give them. Hui, thanks a lot. Hui? Well, that wasn't bad, was it? Yeah. I was so touched by it. I'm glad you thought so. But because of this break, we only managed a part of what we could do. Sorry, this last minute playthrough was because I had to grave visiting. Oh, okay. Me too. Jun-kun followed up on Yuki-san with an apologetic-looking expression. That reminds me, ever since I stayed over at Koya's, he's never once went to band practice. He'd strum his guitar at night, but that was it. I see. Since those two were gone, that meant he was on break. Maybe that's why he'd let me lodge at his place for a bit. Don't worry about it. You have to take care of these things like that. But Koya, you still seem off from yesterday. Eh? When Kaisuke-san mentioned it, a strangled? Okay, voice came out of my mouth. Yeah. I've had something on my mind lately. As Koya's hand kept opening and closing, he muttered something almost to himself. This might be my imagination, but I think I could see a shadow pass over his face. Koya, are you okay? I spoke up without thinking about it. I must have said that everyone was thinking, even if I didn't know the intricacies of music. But when it comes to Koya, I should have a leg up on that. Because of that, I can't stay quiet. Yeah, thanks. But you don't need to worry about me. I'll be back to normal soon. He returned with a vague smile. As for me, I couldn't say anything beyond that. Sorry guys. I think I'll get back to normal if we keep at it. So let's move on to the next one. Alright. For now then, do the same song from the top then. Practice ran on well into the night, but eventually it was time to stop. During all that time, I had to occasionally get drinks and listen to them play. To be honest, I don't think I was all that helpful. But when I whispered, "Man, I don't think was able to do much today." I know that this was a translation, but every time I try to read stuff and there's a grammatical error like that, I'm like, it just kind of throws me off a bit. Yeah, they did their best. And the best was pretty damn good. It's okay. You're a big help. This time, everyone had more fun than usual. Jun-kun said something like that to me. Since it didn't seem like he was trying to reassure me, I was a little happy. And a little relieved. Still, there was something else on my mind. Hey, Koya? What? I called out to Koya, who was laying in a bed reading a magazine. He raised his head up and replied back. Want to go out for a walk? A walk? Sorry, I just pictured in my head me going like, Koya, you want to go for a walk? And Koya being like, a walk? What? Damn it. Racist. Anyways, fine with me. Where to? Just out. I avoid that question. It'd be fine to say so, but I needed a reason. There's something I want to talk to him about. Alright, let's go. Koya stood up and put his magazine down. Then we went out. I moved in a quick march just a few steps in front of Koya. Unexpectedly, he said nothing and just followed. However, that meant we didn't talk about anything. Underneath the noiseless night sky, one of the cries of insects and the sound of our footsteps shook the air. In this place, there was nothing else but that. But, as we walked along, there was one new sound that reached our ears. This is the place you came to. A few minutes before we stopped, or I stopped, Koya spoke up. I silently confirmed it. Over there was the riverbed. The time I found Koya, it was here. I walked over the night stew-ridden grass, all the way to the river's edge. Koya followed along behind me. You know, whenever I think about you, you're usually here. That's true. And that time I told you why I left home, it was over here. Yeah, I can say it's all started here when I think about Koya. That's why I wanted to talk over here. I wonder if what I felt earlier today was all in my mind. That's why I came here to check. I turned around, faced him from the front. And then I started the ball rolling. Koya, are you still worried about something? Earlier today, you seemed different. He didn't respond. He just quietly and slowly breathed in and out. It faded out along with the insects' noises. Only the sound of water hit my ears. And once again, along with the return of that nightly chorus, Koya's mouth opened up. It's not so much worrying, more impatience. I thought so. This is about the promise? Yeah. Being in a hurry won't help. And I know it's going down the wrong way, but I can't help but feel that way. Koya slightly shifted his eyes skyward as he sounded shameful. I'm almost sure those eyes reflected the entire night sky, or starry night sky. I wonder what he sees up there. In an upraised expression, I could see a bit of loneliness in it. So really, it's not like I'm really worried. This is all just something I have to do alone. I'll show you can get past this. Thanks, Dark. You were worried about me, weren't you? You saying that makes a nice encouragement. Koya. This time I said nothing. In the end, all I really could do was worry. That sense of helplessness tormented me in my chest. Regretfully, I nodded in silence. Why are you looking so meek for? That's what I should look like, right? But I really couldn't help you after all. I said that's not true. June said it too. When he came over, everyone had more fun than usual. Isn't that enough? Besides, for me, I was also happy you could listen to our performance. Still, I'm sorry it wasn't done all that well. That's not all. Thanks to you being here for me, I could do this and be true to my feelings. I had some words to say, and yet the words stuck inside my chest and come out. Anyway, why am I the one comforting you? Weren't you planning on doing that for me? Well, that's because you... The words that came after that wouldn't connect. After thinking this conversation was a little odd, I couldn't really keep it up. As our eyes met, we laughed out loud. Man, you really are something. Koya ruffled my hair. Pretty soon, we should be heading back. Yeah. Sometime later, we started walking again. This time, Koya led the way. From behind, it looked like he was a bit closer to me. That was a good episode, and directly on the 30-minute mark. So, I'd like to thank you all for watching. If you're interested in playing this game, you can go down to the link in the description where you can download and play this game for free. And also, do want to note, just in case anybody might get disappointed if I don't say it, any sort of age content I'll have to skip because YouTube. And with that, yeah, please comment, because I like comments. Don't you like, dislike, tips, tricks, otherwise. If you're interested in my YouTube and like to help it grow, then please like, subscribe, and check out other videos to help it grow. And please remember to spay and neuter your animals so you don't have romances with them during your summer breaks. So we can control the pet population. And until next time on Let's Play by me, the Game Wolf 6 of Mori no Natsu, the original Koya's Route. See ya.